Well, hello there, it's Beards and Bangers, and I've been absent for a couple of weeks just because I've been really busy with various other things, been struggling to get up to my unit. But today is a monumental video because it is the last in a series of videos on this car. The car that really started my kind of doing YouTube videos about cars. So today we're going to get Huzzly ready for sale. I'm not going to show you washing every little bit about him, but I'm going to just recap this car that means a lot to me. He's likely to sell on Saturday. Not by the time you actually watch this, he might not have sold. You know what selling cars is like. But yeah, I've got a chap coming from London to have a look at him. He's very, very keen. We spoke on the phone the other night. End of an era. Yes, as you can see, Huzzly's a little bit dirty because getting up to this unit is a bit muddy at the moment with all the tractors still kind of roaming around the place, and we've had really, really bad weather around here, as has most of the UK. You'll notice straight away that he's now on straights, which are the correct wheels for a Mark 1 ZT190. But you also notice he's very, very muddy as well. So I'm going to give him a bit of a wash and brush up. So I'm going to do that off camera because you've seen me washing a car before. But yeah, want to really get him looking nice. Yeah, it's a car. He's by no means perfect. He's not the finished article. There's still plenty of things you could do to him. But if I sort of take you back to the beginning of this car, I'll try and drop an image on the screen somewhere. He was a sorry state. His brakes were rotten, the exhaust was rotten, the headlining was only half attached. He had some really nasty aftermarket wheels. His lights were the sort of basic ones, but they'd gone really cloudy because they needed polishing. He had hole in the sill. There was loads of things wrong with him, loads and loads and loads. But gradually nursed him back. So I drove him back from Nottingham, but I believe it or not, the car actually had, even with rotten brakes and so many things wrong with him, the car was actually drivable and had MOT. So I brought him back from Nottinghamshire, not on the motorway, it was a cross country all the way drive. And even though his brakes were juddering because there's ABS faults and rotten discs and pads, I thought, wow, this car's got something. First time I'd actually driven a ZT, full stop. Because I'd just sold the ZR160, so this car goes round roundabouts really nicely. It's a nice bit of kit, and yeah, that's when I sort of fell in love with Huzzly and decided, yeah, this isn't just a car to mess around in for a couple of months. This is a car that should actually be made nice. So I'll be honest, I've done very little work to it myself. The majority of the work that's been done was young Austin. So that jacking point there was welded up. That jacking point there was welded up. He had an airbag fault, so typical 75 ZT issue. The airbag light was on. Had the seats out. I've changed the seats. I did change the seats myself. That's something I did do myself. There'll be a previous video up there, me doing that. Yeah, so yeah, had a few bits and bobs done to him. Headlining was done. I put a double din stereo in, which meant I had Apple CarPlay and all those kind of bits. And yeah, he turned into a very, very nice car. Brakes all done, two exhausts. So I had a cheap front pipe and a sidebox exhaust, didn't like that, so I changed to a B&M Catalyst exhaust pipe, really, really expensive. The front pipe is about best part of 400 quid, and managed to get a Tony Banks straight through system from Tom Force, really nice sounding exhaust. Yeah, so got loads of jobs done, so I'm just going to, off camera, give him a bit of a clean up, and then we'll talk some more about the story of Huzzly. So sad. There he is, all nice and clean, ready for his inspection on Saturday. So I'm going to jump in him, and yeah, so these seats, they were Aztec seats when I got him, and the bolster had gone, but the seat had dropped as well, the springs had gone. Back seat, even the middle bolster in the back was gone. Headlining, as I say, was sagging. Just jump in, because he's so comfy. He's now got the dark oak dashboard, which is a really nice feature. Excuse the sandwich box on the floor, very remiss of me. Yeah, so he's just gone through all the kind of the major bits. Double din stereo. So he had a single din, which is fine. It wasn't working actually, the single din, but So yeah, I put a Kenwood CD player in at first, then went to this Sony system. I was going to take this out, but I've actually found an Extron's unit to go in Poseidon, so this is going to stay. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I've done a few road trips in him. So where have I been? I've been up to Yorkshire a couple of times in him. Motorist Simon Jeffries from Smashing Pistons, his house. Took him up to Beachwise, so that was where we met on a beach back in the summer. Up to Lancashire as well to do the review on the on Dave's XKR. See, I've covered a fair few miles, probably done 6,000 miles in Huzzly over the 2 and a bit years I've had him. And he's been good. He's never missed a beat. Once you've got the major bits done, which was for the MOT at the beginning of 2023, he's been good as gold. Yeah, the airbag light, actually, they did all the connectors, back seat connectors, all the sensors for the airbag, and it was actually bad soldering on the back of the instrument cluster. So all that work was definitely worth it, because it put the issue right. But yeah, that was certainly challenging. It was I think the day this got the MOT, that first MOT that I did on this car, is the day that the clutch finally gave in on my ZT260. So I was able to get the ZT260 to AJF and collect this on the same day. So I wasn't wheelless. Yeah, happy memories in this car. Cornwall, he's been all over the place. He's been all over the place, and it's. Yeah, I'm going to miss him, but obviously I've got the Poseidon now, so I'm going to start. That's a light project, and there will be a series coming up in the next 2 or 3 months. Not exactly sure when. I think I've got all the bits I need now. I need something to pass off, so I'll be doing a series on Poseidon, which is basically rebuilding the interior, because that's kind of been stripped of all the bits it should have. So yeah, you're going to have a new stereo, seats, carpet, parcel shelf, headlining, sunroof drain, fix the cruise controls. It's lots of inside stuff, which is a really good project to have for the winter. Thankfully, the outside's pretty much okay. Obviously, Huzzly's now on the straights, which you should have. So the shallow chrome apex that were on Huzzly up until a couple of days ago are going to go on Poseidon. So I think he's going to be rather nice. I'm looking forward already to sort of possibly, if there's a rust of it next year, but certainly Pride along, which hopefully that happens next year. Poseidon. Yeah, so it's good. I'm looking forward to it. But doesn't mean I'm not sad to see Huzzly go. I'm going to not shed a tear, but I'll certainly feel quite reflective if and when this car goes. Rest it on there. If and when this car goes at the weekend, which I've got a feeling he will. So the next thing you'll see on this video will be Saturday, and the guy coming to have a look, and we'll see him driving off, hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be wrapping this video up with him back in the barn and him not going anywhere. So it's now Saturday morning. I just filled Gunther, the E91, up with diesel. It is 8:15 on a Saturday morning. Just makes you realise how the mornings get a bit darker until the clocks go, back. But yeah, he's getting a train into Aylesbury Vale Parkway, which is the station just to the west of Aylesbury, and he's getting in about 8:30. So that, given the hour of the day, I think he's quite keen. Yeah, I'm not even giving Huzzly a final drive, because just not had time. So we will get to the station. I don't know if the chap who's coming to see Huzzly wants to be filmed, but we'll ask him when we get to him. There should be no one on the road this time of day. But yeah, so yeah, he seems quite keen, so we'll take that as a buying signal. The fact he's getting the train, and the fact that he's coming at this hour of the day, is a positive thing to me, that's for sure. So we'll get to the station, then up to the unit, and see what he thinks of Huzz. Blimey, the car that nearly started my YouTube channel could go this morning. Blimey, not even lunchtime. So I've managed to just kill my GoPro media mod, so hopefully the sound's not too bad. But Huzzly has sold. We've done a deal. Chap from London's, as I said, come up on the train, bought him, and he's about to drive off. Done all the DVLA and all that jazz. Yeah, there we go. End of an era. So we'll have a look in a sec and see Huzzly driving off from this unit for the last time. So the last time I hear this sound, and off goes Huzzly to his new home in London. There he goes. Oh, it's quite a moment. Yeah, we've now got a big space in the unit, which is going to be filled up pretty quickly because, of course, Biomorphic needs to go inside at some point. Bram's got to come up here at some point to be stripped because he's obviously going to have a lot of extensive welding done, which means you can't have fabrics and such things in there. So yeah, so the car that started my YouTube channel, really, the one that really got me into it, has gone. But very enthusiastic new owner. Hope to see him at some shows. Yeah, certainly someone I'd like to keep in touch with. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have a very nice drive home. They're, yeah, nice people. Yeah, and they've got themselves a really good car, I think. But there's a reason why I've sold Huzzly, because we've got to get on with this thing. Poseidon needs a few bits and bobs doing. Don't need two 190s on the fleet. Obviously got other cars on the fleet as well. Biomorphic, Bram need work doing really soon. So there we are, the end of an era. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, drop a comment down below if you want to see if you like MGZTs or you just like car stuff and you want to see what's going to happen with Poseidon over there, then hit that subscribe button if you don't already do so. And I'll see you again very soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.